I don't know what's spookier, the jack-o'-lanterns and Halloween night that's right around the corner, or the fact that we still have about 3.5 weeks till the next update, because goodness gracious, sign me up for something new. Animal Crossing has been an amazing reprieve from an otherwise awful 2020, and it's times like right now that we could use an amazing update, like literally right now. The next couple days are going to be BANANAS, just ask Kelly Kapoor. And so I brought your best ideas for how the winter season can really kick off with a bang. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I love you so much. It's about to be the holiday season. I got epic things planned. Julia's like, what you got planned? What do you got planned? What do you got? Well, you guys have seen some teases of my Brewster campaign, but there's going to be more. The holiday season means contests, giveaways, cool content, lots of big lists to help you buy for your friends or maybe even yourself. And of course, Animal Crossing in the snow, but let's play with my amazing roost hat on, my Teddy Fresh hoodie, and Julia, look at those feet, matching her attire. She is legginged up and ready to stay warm. I've been trying to stay warm, but it would really help me stay warm if I could bounce around on a trampoline. Hoodie says, having a trampoline park that Tortimer runs and Cap'n brings you to, which could have mini games and more. And Dr. Shrunk can teach you flips to the trampoline, and you can invite your friends or villagers to come with you too. Me and Cranston hopping on a trampoline. I just want to see any villager on a trampoline. And I've started to gather together the ideas that you guys have that seem to be the most wanted. And mini games are near the top of the list. Yes, we can bounce a ball. There's a Switch that does nothing in our house. Minigames have been a part of past ACs, and they're just not a part here, so why not make it happen? The trampoline also would just be absolutely adorable, and everybody wants more villager interaction, them to sit in floaties in the river, jump on trampolines. I get it. These guys are your best friends, and you want more things to do with them as we just stare and watch the days pass by. Let's get right into our big update early today. Offui2U says, aside from normal slice of life updates, I'd love kids. Let some of the villagers have kids or have child villagers like Katie. And this is an idea that really could ramp things up, okay? If they don't want to bring my boy Brewster to the game for whatever reason, 2020 is just, I don't know, he's too sacred for a year that's that scarred, I guess. He's not happening. Where's my boy? But what if I could actually have a boy? Villagers could get together and have children, or at the very least, Katie and Kaitlin could come back. If you remember, they are two little kittens, mother and daughter, and Katie would cry and you'd have to find her mom, and there was involvement with Wi-Fi and reuniting, and it was a very simple interaction. But things like that go a long way to embedding memories. Make things last with story, beats, and moments. I would love a full-bred breeding system. That sounds horrible. A full-bred pregnancy system. That sounds horrible. A full-bred make a baby. Okay, there's no good way to say it, but having your villagers make little offspring would be amazing. Viva Pinata died far too soon. And I really think Animal Crossing should pick up the mantle and bring back baby villagers. If they don't want to actually have couples hook up and have at it, that's fine. Not going to happen. But we could just have some kid villagers. We always talk about the integration of new species, but what if they brought in small versions? So there's a baby elephant and a baby kitty and a baby lion. Maybe it would save some of the ugly species. They'd be way cuter. The lions are ridiculously bad, but maybe they would be a far less sad if they were bite-sized. So I advocate for this highly. Let Katie come and bring kids. Also, for all of you that are obsessed with Kid Core, now your wildest dreams have come true and your islands are absolutely perfect. But yes, bring back Katie and Kaitlin. And I think they should have something to do with finding a daycare of kids. Imagine if we actually had an Animal Crossing daycare where you could, like, instead of a campsite bringing big villagers, a daycare could bring little villagers. Sign me up for the Katie update, please. Pugsley wants a golf cart, but the island is too small. And this encapsulates an entire category of comments where people want vehicles on the island. Guys and girls, I don't think we're ever getting trains, planes, automobiles for us to drive and ride. A golf cart would be cool, roller skates would be nice, a bike would be interesting, they would be aesthetically awesome, but there's really no purpose when the island can be ran around so really quick. And that begs the question, will they ever build upon the size of our home? And I also say, I don't think so. Mystery Islands and friend visits are the way that this game expands beyond the circumference of your island, and I don't think there's ever going to be a speedier way to move around. I mean, the fact that we can run like this makes it pretty easy to find Gullivar, even when he's hiding, makes it pretty easy to reach Red in the back, and makes it pretty easy to chase down Cranston when he's trying to leave. So I don't think we'll ever get anything quick, even though a golf cart would be nice, something to drive around. That's why we need mini games. And that's why it goes back to this idea that Tammy brings up. Would like to see games that can be played with the villagers. Races, tag, hopscotch, checkers, drawing. Something to do with the villagers. Something to play. I think we really need to invent something besides designing. Because right now, after you complete your Nookpedia and your Critterpedia, and you got, the bugs, you got the fish, we're at that point where we're not seeing anything new there. It's like, what do? You design. Well, a lot of you have spent 800 to 1,600 hours designing your islands, and what now? Luckily, there's things like Crunchy Island that a few of us can participate in, and there's some interesting ways that you're able to innovate via designs, but why not minigames? I feel like this is a big missing for the title, and it's going to become glaringly obvious that there's less and less to do unless they make mechanical additions to the title. The last update, in particular, 1.5, didn't add anything new on that front. Some items for design, an opportunity to see Jack on Halloween, some cutie boy pumpkins that I really do appreciate, and a chance to redesign things in a fall fashion. But even though my cute little kitty is singing now, I don't think Lolly is going to be singing for long, because it's going to get boring. And minigames seem to be the main request from players at this point, outside of quality of life, and I really hope Nintendo's paying attention. Kingslayer Solo must have been paying attention to Pat, because he wants Snowball fights. I can just imagine gathering all your friends and villagers and going ham, and this is something that Nintendo Talk has been advocating for a while now, and it's an interesting idea. It again would sort of fill that mini game void and give us something to do besides design, but do they have the mechanic to run around and throw snowballs? I think the answer is no. There's nothing in the game code that would allow for that, and it would be super fun, but remember, we do have... Well, if you haven't seen Winter, I won't spoil it. Snowball fights would be very cute and would be a nice way to integrate some sort of tag mechanic into Animal Crossing without being straight up tag. So I do love this idea. I just don't believe Nintendo was ever going to do it because there's nothing of the sort in the game, and the controls don't seem to facilitate that type of fine-tuned flinging. Now, more and more, I think the main thing the Winter Update is going to bring besides the holiday updates is a Nook's Cranny upgrade. And Euphoric is on the same trail. I wish Leaf could move to the island and have a shop that sells flowers, pumpkins, other starts. Hopefully they'll add more gardening farming options and bush starters year-round rotating seasonal plants. And for the love of all things pure, give us Brewster. I agree, but Euphoric, more shops and buildings I don't think is going to happen. Yet there is an upper floor to Nook's Cranny, and if we enter the humble abode of Timmy and Tommy, there's a roped-off section that leads to a staircase. Now, in my Winter Update predictions, I did say I think Nook's Cranny is going to be a featured part of said update, and it would make sense that Leaf would take up residence. Now, I'm all for a brand new NPC, and by brand new, I mean like straight-up brand new, like someone that wasn't in Wild World, New Leaf, City Folk, any of the previous entries, a brand new NPC, like a flick. But I think it's more likely that Leaf takes up shop. Of all the characters, he's the one that makes the most sense. Kix doesn't have a wide enough variety of wares. Red has his boat. Label is pretty pointless. So it's Leaf that would ascend above Nook's Cranny, especially if they do integrate more farming options this time, besides pumpkins giving us seeds for, say, squash, corn, and potatoes. There will need to be a place to purchase all of that. Now, they could opt to instead go one per season in the cupboard here, the cabinet, and that would be a bit of a bummer because I don't want to have months of pumpkins, months of potatoes, months of squash. That sounds silly and repetitive. Yet I could see Nintendo eschewing a permanent spot for Leaf and instead using the upper floor for something different altogether, maybe even Brewster's Roost. Now, I think it's been data mined that Brewster will be a part of the museum, and that makes the most sense given the Blathers-Brewster connection. I don't think there's room for another building, but I would love to see this Nook's Cranny upgrade, however it takes shape. Maria Ordonez is trying to spook us all and says social media should come to Animal Crossing. Imagine Flora doing Renegade. I'm imagining it. It's pretty terrifying. Please do not merge TikTok with Animal Crossing. We do not need Addison Rae in the game. We do not need Charlie's dances in the game. We need to stay far away from all of that. Keep Animal Crossing pure for what is good in this world. The little remaining we have left, let's hold on to it, cherish it, swallow it whole so they can't steal it. And then keep it safe from TikTok. Because I do think a social media of sorts, and a lot of you have suggested like a Reddit or a Twitter for Animal Crossing would be amazing. But Maria, Flora doing the Renegade, sounds like an absolute disaster. Although it would be pretty cute, and it would be pretty funny. Dancing villagers is something I'm not entirely opposed to. I just don't want to see this game get absolutely eaten because Lolly is adorable and pure and cute, and I don't want that to be ruined by those really overrated dances that seem to overpopulate the internet. The Baraka says, I wish we could deconstruct items to get resources back. I wish I could deconstruct Monique and get a better villager back. Many times redesigning your island involves changing the entire theme, and being able to deconstruct items can help you craft new items to suit your new theme. And this is a swell idea. It's a time saver more than anything, because it would allow you to take apart whatever you built for your kid core or your cottage core theme, and then reorganize those resources to build your new Sleigh Bells theme or your 2021's A Better Year theme. Now, it's not too hard to get new resources, and frankly, I think the reason the game doesn't include anything of the sort is because they want you to invest the time acquiring new resources to keep your play hours cooking. But this would be nice. It would be swell. Just like Julia drinking her hot cocoa, and everybody wants everyone to drink something, eat something with their villagers, hang out with the crew, and that's where our last idea is definitely going to. Final of the day comes from Valley, or Valier, sorry for the pronunciation. I hope I got one of them. I want to be able to sit. It's as simple as that. I mean, we're sitting now, but a sit button so we could sit on the floor with the villagers under trees. We need a bench or a cushion, so it has to be a preordained spot. But imagine if we could just lickety-split hop down by our best buds and budettes and hang out with them. Maybe even eat a donut, read a book, take a nap. More villager interaction, more mini games, things to do besides design, and ways to really up the ante and how much fun you can have with your friends. These are the things we request, Nintendo. These are the things we need. Will you deliver? We still have a ways to wait because that update isn't promised till late November, and it's not even the first. But fingers crossed for more fun. I think it's going to be a big update to round out the year, and I appreciate all of you always sharing your best ideas with moi. Join our Discord server, link in the description down below. That's where we take these ideas from, and you could be featured next week, so definitely sign up. See you over there. Until next time, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day. Enjoy your Halloween. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. I love you a lot. Mwah. Have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, SwitchForce out.